NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Oh, and this is going to wind up as safety. So here comes the guy, Charles, I think you'd agree. He's getting more comfortable, but he still has some stuff to prove at this level.
Still has things to prove, but the expectation level has really jumped for him. He's shown so much potential along the way. Now people want to know, will he take it to the next level and bring his team along with that?
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
He finds his man, Sky Moore.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Sky Moore,
46 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. On for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And the Jets set to take the field.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. From the 41, Fields. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
These guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36.
Here's Fields.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short, third and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the pass.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Mahomes now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This from 44 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And New York set to take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Fields. Jones has it. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And trotting back out onto the field, Travis Kelce. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Another catch for Valdes-Scantling. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. To Valdes-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Justin Fields going to lead his offense back out. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and he'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he's got room. And all the way down to the 42. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big play ability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over. Your call with this play, partner.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35.
From the gun on third down, Fields.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
36 yards.
And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out come the Chiefs now.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, putting the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Fields now to throw.
That is caught. It's Uzomah.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
Throw left side, complete to Ross.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, here's Campbell. And he stopped immediately there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Fields.
Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Fields.
Throw left side here, complete to Campbell.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Jets on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Dobbins is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Justin Fields taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets get a bit closer.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got a man and he hits him in stride.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
On 2nd and 9, Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and he tackled him for a loss.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Now it's Fields.
Looking deep for Julio. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their shot.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
On first down, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On first down, it's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
8 yards.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. At 5 yards on the play there, and the drive will continue. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. Let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And even though they trail, they've had success running the football. Over 100 yards rushing as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Gets by him at the 25, and he's able to get up here to the 26.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
It almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were winners last week defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
He was brought down by Drew Tranquil. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Fields going to keep it once more.
30-yard line.
And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 38-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
Inside give to Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the lead at 8. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes looking middle, and that's complete.
Complete to number 3. That's a gain of 9.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
This is taken at about the 14.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields.
Jones has it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the option left is Fields. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
2nd and 5. An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Justin Fields.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets have cut the lead back down to 2.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, Doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over. On 1st down, Fields. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Room here to run. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. On second and goal, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and with it, they have taken the lead.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Shifts past him at the 45. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to take that
one. He's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
On 2nd and 9. Fields over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Running with Elliott. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop at a yard shy. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He was defended by Gator.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes now to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So out now come the Jets.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards. First down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give running left is Campbell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Campbell making the catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's the option. Running right.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Now Fields.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught inside the 5.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
This is caught. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mahomes going to throw.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Jets will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Dobbins, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
New York set to take the field. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. They'll start by running the option to the right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 34-31. A little over 80 ticks to go. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Point after here coming up. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now all eyes shift over to the Chiefs. Trailing in this one now. A little over 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Mahomes.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Mahomes pass intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. The Jets with victory seemingly in hand. They take the knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.